What's going on, y'all? Today we are doing maybe kind of a silly video. I don't really know, but it's something I wanted to do for a while, and that is the Lumix S9 color tier list. Now, there is a bunch of colors for the Lumix S9. It's one of the most fun parts about a camera that's already pretty fun. Now, you might not realize this, but the United States is actually kind of barred from getting all of the colors available to us. There's actually quite a few colors from other countries that I'll be ranking as well. And you may think you know how many Japan exclusive colors there are, but honestly, you have no idea. They have so many more options than us here in the United States, and that really is a bummer, but we're gonna talk about that all towards the end of the video. Now, this is kind of just a for fun video, but let me know what you guys think is the best color or your own personal rankings down below. So we're gonna start up with, I've got these on my phone here, the very first color, which is just your standard black camera. Now, you know, all cameras are black. It's kind of boring, but it looks pretty good. And, you know, I was thinking about putting this in B, and it would be in B except for a few things. Yes, it looks good by itself, but to me, being able to add extra skins on this to expand the look of it even past these 10 colors, along with the fact that arguably it looks the best or among the best, depending on whatever different cages you would want from it. I think black looks as good as anything, or actually honestly better than most things. So we're gonna put all black in A with those other things considered. Otherwise it would probably be a B. So next we're gonna look at night blue, and I think in a vacuum, man, this is really nice. I do love the look of night blue, but not everything can be A tier. I don't know. I'm gonna put night blue in B tier just because it's, I don't know, it's a nice dark blue. I really do like it. This is so tough. All right, it's going in A. I'm sorry, but it looks good. It looks really solid. Now this is the one everybody picked apparently in Japan when everyone got these. A lot of people get the green one. It's really popular. I think it looks good. Is it worthy of the A tier though? I don't know. It stands out as being unique, but it's nice and subtle. I'm gonna put it in A tier, just like the other ones. I think it looks really solid overall, to be honest. So let's put green in A and move on. Next up is crimson red, and hold up, we have it right here. Now, this actually appears more red on camera than it does in person, to be honest. It is like the slightest bit washed out, kind of, which I don't mind it being a more subtle red, but it does make me wonder like why it isn't a little bit more punchy, especially with like crimson being the name. And this might be a shocker to you guys, but I think I'm gonna have to give my own red S9 a B. Would I get red again? Maybe, maybe not. Do I regret it? Not really, but it is not my favorite. So put it in B, let's move on. Before we go any further into the tier list, I just wanna ask you guys really quickly to like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. I know this is kind of a silly video and more just for fun. I do try to really test things out technically on this channel, whether it's lenses, cameras, things like that. And I wanna do more of that stuff. And so as a growing channel who just hit 5,000 subscribers recently, any extra help you guys can send my way would be great. Next up is another US color, and that is gonna be mint green. Checking notes. Yes, mint green. The green is olive and the mint is green apparently. But yeah, how do we like this? Like, it definitely stands out. It definitely is nice and toothpaste gummy. You know, how it feels to shoot 5 gum as a camera, for sure. This is going in C for me. It's just not for me personally. Showing up on set with a red or a green or a black camera is one thing, but showing up with like a mint green is a little bit too far for me, personally. Same thing with the Sakura pink. It is a nice like neutral pink sort of color. So as far as pinks go, it's not like a hot pink. But for me, this is also like a C for me. Again, it's just not made for me. It's not designed for me. So I'm sure some people really love the pink, but it's just not my bag, baby. So pink's going in C. Let's move on. Next is a color that I found a lot of these and double checked with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is calling this turquoise. So this is sort of like a blue and silver, and this is one of the colors that kind of goes back to the old GM1 colors that has like the silver and a really punchy, kind of more punchy color than a lot of these are. And to me, I love the silver top for sure. I love the blue kind of. I like the blue kind of. It's a lighter blue. The deeper blue is definitely better. I'm gonna put this one in B. It does look nice, but would I pick it over the other colors that I've put higher? No. But it is a cool option. I do think it looks nice. The next one is also one that ChatGPT called this camel orange. I don't know where that comes from, but it's a silver top orange color. And again, throwback to the GM1. Even Smallrig knew this was one of the better colors because they made a completely dedicated handle to the orange and silver S9, even with it not being made available in America. And also, fun fact, this is actually the color of choice for the VP of Panasonic, which I bumped into briefly at NAB. Didn't know he was a VP, but he was carrying around this silver S9 with the orange. And they even make this silver kit lens, which is really cool. And with Sigma re-releasing their I-series lenses in silver kind of chrome color, that would pair it with any of these silver top kind of S9s from Japan really, really well. So just for the president, for the VP, and just in general, I'm gonna put the orange in A tier, I think. Oh, and I actually missed one on my initial recording, which is another Japan exclusive, which is the white, which typically, just like the blue and the orange, seems to be default kitted out in that silver color that the camel orange one had. So if I could factor in the fact that this probably helps with overheating, I might give it an A, but it feels like a solid B to me, to be honest. And here we come to what used to be in my mind the S tier, but I kind of wanted to have just one S tier in this video in terms of the looks. And that is gonna be the Japan exclusive, or maybe different parts. I think Geeky Nerd Techie just bought this version of the camera, which is the silver top and black edition. So again, it's got all the class of the black version from the Americas, but with that beautiful vintage inspired, GM inspired silver top plate. And it's not really silver, but it's just painted, I'm sure. But that looks so slick. It would look so amazing with the I-series lenses. It would look so amazing with a black or silver lenses on it. It just looks great. And again, okay, I lied. It's going in S tier. I changed my mind at the last second. I convinced myself because whether you've got the grip, the leather, the cage, any grips at all, any lenses at all, this is going to look incredible with any combination. It's just the monochrome look, a black and silver, it goes with anything, right? Which makes me feel like we need a double S tier for this last lens. So we're gonna actually do that. And in double S, super S, one of the nicest looking things anyone's ever even thought of seeing. Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's the titanium gold painted Lumix S9. I think this might be legitimately a Japan exclusive, not even outside the United States, but just like, it's one of the best looking cameras of all time. It's got a brown sort of leather inspired wrap around the camera where the colors usually go, which is nice and beautiful and subtle. And then not only, it looks like there's a lens included, but the top panel, the mount, and even the kit lens is what they're calling this titanium gold, which is some crazy process of mixing the paint that it just looks so freaking good. And that is why, and I think the rarity too, and just like the elusiveness of this thing where it's only exists in a handful of promotional images is just so crazy to me. It looks so good. And so I'm putting the titanium gold S9 in double S tier. It looks so good. I want one so bad. Oh my God, Panasonic, freaking send me one, dude. I just found the full square of it and I just cannot believe how freaking good that looks, dude. I need to get it by any means necessary. Oh God, Dang it. And that is the tier list. I know, kind of just a more for fun video. And again, let me know what you think of this ranking. So let's talk about just how many more options Japan has than us. So obviously they have the white, they have the orange, they have the turquoise, and now that titanium gold, but that's really not all they get. See, the main way to get these different color combinations in Japan is actually through an upholstery service where you can either buy your camera like this by default, or you can actually send your camera in and get any combination you want. In fact, there are the 4 total body colors and 7 upholstery colors for the leather wrap on the cameras. So how does this work? So, and also you might be thinking, what's the 4th body color? Well, there's actually 2 versions of silver. So for example, the black we looked at, it is a what they call dark silver by default. And so you're basically getting the black wrap and just that silver top. But if you look at the orange, turquoise, and white, it's actually done completely differently, where the top and bottom and lens mount and even the kit lens is silver. So you have 2 flavors of silver. You have, of course, the black, and then you have that titanium gold, which is by default that sort of brown wrap that we looked at, but you can actually use any combination in that, which is like over 28 options, I think, total. You can have the red S9 with a black top. You can have the orange S9 with the dark silver or the black or whatever. It's pretty crazy how many different options you can do. You can even use the titanium gold on orange and red and blue and other stuff. In fact, I think the only option that you cannot completely mix and match is using the brown of the titanium gold on other cameras. There's no option down in the upholstery section below, but hey, maybe there's some way to do it. But yeah, I just thought it was fascinating how little I've heard of it. And you know, as I was doing research for this video, I just kept running into new colors. I'm like, wait, there's a white one, but like, wait, this white one looks different from this white one. And is the top of the white black or is it silver? It was just so hard to figure out just how many combinations there were and just Google it. And because I think the reason is because of this upholstery service, that these colors are not necessarily included by default, at least not these color combinations. So yeah, really interesting. And honestly, I wish some of these and this service would come to the States. That would be really, really awesome. And here we are with the community rankings for the best S9 color. So we have, of the 4 I put up, which is all you can do on YouTube, we have titanium gold in 4th at only 16%, which is crazy. What are you guys talking about? After that, we have green with 24%, black and the silver top, my normal S tier, my second favorite, and second with 24, just barely edging out green, and just black at 36%. Tell me I'm a channel for videographers without telling me I'm a channel for videographers. Obviously, you can't even go super wrong, but with any of the colors on the S9, it's just such a fantastic looking camera, and most colors for most people would be fine. I can't believe titanium gold is that low. That is crazy to me, guys. What are you guys talking about? Anyway, that's the community feedback on the S9, and you know, if you haven't left a comment yet, you know, leave it down below. What color would you have liked to see with the S9, or would you like to see on an S9 Mark II? For example, I'm gonna go for purple. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll leave a link down below if you want to rank them yourself, and just let me know what you think. Which one do you have? Which one are you planning on getting, or would you want to get? What's your personal top looking best Lumix camera ever, of the S9 anyway, or just in general? What do you think the best Lumix camera is? Let me know. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for this tier list, sort of just for fun video. Regularly scheduled programming coming back soon. And yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you. Thanks for subscribing, liking, all things. Thanks for 5,000 subscribers. This is really fun. And I plan to keep this going as long as I can. All right.